Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝕽𝕗𝕬𝕗, and we are back for another Insidious review. If you haven't seen already, me and NerdTube have already uploaded our review for the first Insidious film, and we're about to review
Insidious 2.
Yes. We didn't do any before thoughts because we've just finished watching chapter 2. But because we didn't really have any forethoughts going into it, we thought we'd just do our immediate thoughts on it. So, you want to go first?
Sure. Now, I do think that this one was better than the first one. Definitely. I liked how they made the dialogue a lot more cleaner. The acting was a bit better, to be honest, although some parts of the film I did feel as though it was a bit iffy sometimes.
Yeah.
And for the saturation, it's well improved, much better. I like how they used the character from the previous film, the lady in the black dress, for this film as the main antagonist. I really liked how they did that. I thought that was well executed. There was a lot of twists, especially in the first film, which I feel like there's a sequence in the first film where the husband goes downstairs to find to check out the door. The film does this. It's treated as a flashback where one of the characters, I guess it goes back in time, I suppose. Does it? I don't know. I think maybe it does. It goes back. They go back to that point in time and they cause the door to be open and the alarm to go off. I liked that bit. Not as unintentionally hilarious as I thought it would be. It's better, to be honest. Overall, it's better installment, but still a few flaws. Some parts of the dialogue did feel a bit iffy. Some acting was still a bit iffy. But then again, we all learn as we grow, don't we? Especially from this films. I think this one is probably on the same level as the first Conjuring film. Probably.
Right.
That's what I think. You disagree, do you?
Right.
Now, I'll probably give this film a 7 out of 10. Much better than the first film. Honestly, I thought it did well.
Jump from a 4 to a 7 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think it does deserve that. It had much more enjoyability. The film functions a bit more. The dialogue's cleaner. Acting is much better. They really did naturally progress the sequel from the previous installment, which I think is well done. Absolutely, just my applause to you, James Wan. You know.
Okay. I thought it was a bit better than the first one. I do agree that it's better. But I still have a few issues, some of which NerdTube has already brought up, like the acting is still a bit iffy at times. The scares, some of the scares are a bit iffy, but I think there are a couple of good, decent scares, which is what I was hoping, because obviously James Wan I think he has progressively gotten better at tension and scares in his horror films. Like with the first Conjuring and the second one, I think the second one had bigger stakes and had better character development as well. And that's the thing with sequels as well, where once you've grown with the characters from the first film, it translates and transfers to the second, third, fourth, however many there are. Obviously it all comes down to the execution of the development, but I think it's well executed here. The tie-ins with the first film was interesting. I wasn't expecting that at all. I wasn't expecting Patrick Wilson to be and he kind of is the antagonist, but his physical presence is. But obviously, it's not Josh. It's the villain. I've already forgotten the villain's name, but it's quite interesting. He's very much like Jack Torrance in The Shining. The ending was quite good as well, in the sense that when obviously Josh comes back, and then there's that moment where is he actually back? Is the demon out of him? And there's that moment where he's like, "Oh, it's me," and then I keep forgetting her name, but now I've forgotten the actress's name. Brilliant. But the mother in it, the wife, she's obviously hesitant, which I'm glad she was, because Rose Byrne, okay, that's the actress. She was obviously very hesitant initially when he came back, because obviously it's like they went through hell pretty much throughout the film. So it's like, yeah, so I'm glad that they did that, because it could have just been like a, oh, so you immediately assume he's back. A bit stupid. So having that self-awareness was good. Yeah, I mean, it's just, the film as a whole was not like a drastic improvement for me, but it is, yeah, I would say it is better than the first one. So that being said, I gave the first one a 5, and I'd say I'd give it a 6, this one. Yeah, again, it is better, but it's not like, again, it's not a drastic improvement. How long am I recording for? Only just 7 minutes. To be fair, the intro of the first video was like 10 minutes, so of course it's going to be shorter. I don't think there's anything else really. I mean, there was a theme that you thought was implemented with the little boy.
Oh yeah.
And the main antagonist.
Oh yeah, like I said that it was sort of like a trans allegory, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
I know that's gonna sound like very dickish when I say that, but that's just the first thing that thought into my head from what the film was implying. Because from what I'm assuming, the main antagonist wanted a girl instead of a boy.
Yeah.
Which makes sense as to why she would dress him as a girl rather than a boy. Which, again, trans allegory.
It's
I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm not. That would be very disingenuous of me.
So yeah, that was an interesting outlook as well, because, you know, the first one just felt kind of generic in that sense.
Yeah.
So bringing in extra themes in there was interesting. It had an extra layer, at least I thought so. But yeah, I think that's really about it. 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Time is it now? Just exactly, well, yeah, now it's 3 o'clock. So yeah, we might have we'll have time to do the third film as well, if you're up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
Cool. So yeah, if you haven't already, you should have done before watching through this video. Check out our review for the first Insidious film. Yeah, and then of course stay tuned for our review for chapter 3. So yeah, we'll see you then.
Sayonara.